A former National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn's guilty plea in the Russia investigation yesterday. Well, it's focusing some renewed attention on a United Nations Security Council resolution regarding Israel. Court documents say that a very, quote, senior member of the Trump transition team directed Flynn to contact foreign governments, including Russia, to help delay December's UN vote over Israeli settlements. Reports say the official was supposedly the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. But a source tells Fox News Kushner was not that official. He didn't specifically direct Flynn to contact Russia. You may recall the Obama administration sparked a lot of controversy by abstaining on that vote last year, while the Trump transition team apparently wanted to delay or at least have Russia side with Israel and vote no. So what does this all mean? Let's bring in the former Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, Daniel Gillerman, who is also a Fox News contributor. So we're getting an inkling or some insight, Ambassador, on the Trump transition team. What does it mean to you if Flynn tried to change the Obama administration view of this Security Council vote?
Well, you know, it's not for me to comment on the legality or illegality of what Michael Flynn did. I hope it was legal. I know it was right. And I think that instead of a plea bargain, Michael Flynn should actually get a medal. And he has many medals. There would be another significant one for doing the right thing.
Why would that? Why? Because of the stance you're saying in order to try and not have an abstention for that vote?
Well, you know, you must ask yourself, why did Michael Flynn actually try and lobby, or why was he asked to try and lobby the Russian ambassador and maybe other foreign ambassadors instead of going directly to the U.S. ambassador? And that was because the U.S. ambassador to the UN, under directions of the White House, was about to commit what I believe to be one of the most shameful acts or votes in U.S. UN history. And, Eric, you know the UN so well, and you've seen a few. The U.S. was going to, and eventually did, abstain on something which put Israel in a very precarious situation. It put its closest ally in the world, not just in the Middle East, in a very difficult situation. And what Michael Flynn, ostensibly, if everything we hear is true, tried to do is to get other countries, and especially Russia, to try and, first of all, delay the vote. The vote was delayed by one day by the Egyptians who originally tabled it and sponsored it because they realized it was the wrong thing to do. But then, probably with the collusion, and everybody talks today about collusion between the United States and other countries, it was actually tabled. And if Michael Flynn tried to get the Russians to either veto it or delay it, I think he did the right thing. He was trying to save not just Israel, but the United States from a very shameful diplomatic debacle.
And quickly, because of the breaking news, we're out of time. I apologize for that. But there are some who say, he violated the Logan Act. You only have one government at a time. But others say, well, he was lobbying like anybody lobbies diplomats to get their position on a vote.
Well, you know how true that is. Whenever there's a resolution at the United Nations, everybody tries to get in on the act and try and lobby and try to influence, and there's discussions. So, and he did it because he felt it was the right thing to do. The president-elect was going to become president within 2 weeks, and I think that whoever directed him or asked him to do it actually wanted to save the president from inheriting a very, very tough situation, which he eventually did. So I think that we should congratulate rather than indict.
All right, that's one interesting view. Ambassador Daniel Gillerman, always good to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you for coming in.